Okay, so we're going to create this custom skill in Copilot Cowork that helps us with meeting follow-ups. What do we do? First, I would suggest going to our documentation. And if you notice that there are actually a bunch of skills that Copilot Cowork comes with already, right? So around document creation for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, composing emails, scheduling meetings, a lot of good stuff. But if you scroll down, then it talks about how do you actually create a custom skill. So it all starts by going to this particular folder, which if I switch over to my OneDrive, in my Files section, there's going to be a folder called Documents. When you select Documents, you'll have a folder called Cowork. And when you select that, what you're supposed to do is create a folder called Skills. So I'm going to go ahead and right click, and I'm going to go to Add New and Folder, and I'm going to call it Skills. Okay. So now we have a folder called Skills. And then when we select that, what you're supposed to do is create a folder per skill, and I believe you can have up to 20 custom skills. So let's go ahead and right click and create another folder, and we'll call this Meeting Action Plan. Okay, and we're gonna create it. And then what you're supposed to do is go in here and create a Markdown file. So the way you do that is, again, you right click, you go to Add New, and if you look down here, there's a Markdown document that you can create, and you're supposed to rename it. So let's rename it to skill.md. Okay. So now we've followed this kind of structure, we've created it, but this skill.md is actually blank. So we're going to select it, and on the top right hand side over here, we're going to open it in text editor. And so this is kind of what the formatting looks like. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this notepad that I have where I've created this skill already, and I actually use Copilot Cowork to help me create this. So it's a very long skill, and I'm going to put this as a pinned comment for all of you on YouTube so you can just follow along and copy and paste this into your own environment. But essentially this skill explains step by step what we want Copilot Cowork to do. For example, step 1 is identifying the meeting. Step 2 is gathering the meeting contents. And then step 3 is searching internal knowledge sources, and so on and so forth. So there's a bunch of stuff. We're not going to go over all of it, but essentially all I'm going to do is I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to select all, and I'm going to right click and copy this. And then I'm going to go back to my skills.md that I'm editing, and I'm just going to go ahead and put in Control V to paste it all in here. And then on the top left hand side here, I'm going to click this save icon. So now it's saved. All right. So that is it, but we don't know for sure if Copilot Cowork has this or knows about it. So let's go ahead and make sure. So we're going to go to Copilot Cowork here, and we're going to say something like, I just created a custom skill. Can you access it? It came back and it said, yes, Arnold, I see your custom skill. It's called the Meeting Action Plan. Would you like me to use it? And maybe I'll say something like, is it formatted correctly? Does everything look good? And will it be used automatically? So it's coming back and saying that, yes, it looks great over here. And the formatting looks like it's properly structured. The content is well thought out. Thank you. And will it trigger automatically? Yes, it's registered as invocable. So it looks good. There's a note here, but it doesn't look like it's a functional issue, so it's all good. So essentially, if you follow these steps and you take this comment that I'll pin for you, you can go ahead and make sure that now you have a custom skill. Now, one interesting thing is when I do go back to my OneDrive and go to my skills, now I actually have 2 of these folders for the skills. And looks like one of them was updated 6 minutes ago and one 10 minutes ago. And what I noticed is that the older one, when I open it up, it actually has a skill that isn't really the same level of detail as the one that I gave it. And I think it's because maybe I was experimenting in the past, so maybe it has memory and it's just kept this. But the other one actually has everything that we typed in. So if you run into this, what I would suggest is make sure that the older one, the one that isn't as complete, go back to your skills. This is my older one. I'm just going to delete it so that there's no confusion and it's using that one skill each and every time. Now with the custom skill in there, I just want to level set kind of what's happening, right? The idea is that after every meeting, it does all the work for us. And so in this case, in Arnold's calendar here, yesterday he had this emergency magic carpet meeting. It was a placeholder. There was no Teams meeting, but it was something that was going to happen between him and Albert Einstein, and he had other things that was going on as well. But instead of the actual meeting, Albert just ad hoc called them on Teams, and they had this emergency magic carpet meeting, which you can see is about 15 minutes long. And when you select view recap, you can see that it was a call between him and Albert Einstein, and there's the AI summary and the transcript and all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Copilot Cowork, and you can either create a new chat and start all over again, but I'm just going to continue, and I'm going to put this prompt in that says, can you give me a list of meetings for yesterday that I can run the meeting action plan against? Include ad hoc meetings in Teams as well. And it came back and it told me about all these different meetings that I had yesterday, including the fact that in my calendar, this was actually a placeholder, but it picked up that in the chat, I actually had this meeting, and it says that the actual call likely happened here, which is very smart, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give it instructions like, yes, run it against number 4. And this is where the magic of this custom skill happens now. The idea is that it's going to look at your meeting transcript and identify any action items from there, any questions that were left unanswered, and create all that content for you. The content can be anything from Word documents to an email summary that it'll send to all the recipients, but it'll save it in your drafts folder so you can review it first. It'll create Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoints. So it'll take all the busy work out of the actual meeting, and it'll do it on your behalf. So it's an agentic solution, not a chatbot. The other thing is that you can make this a scheduled activity so that you can give it instructions after every meeting, run this for me, or you can just go ahead and execute it on demand. I prefer doing this on demand because there's a lot of things that are on my calendar that this doesn't need to run against, like training sessions or calls that I join that I just listen in on. Now, while it's doing all this, I'm going to show you all something kind of interesting, because some people kind of get stuck where they don't even have access to Copilot Cowork. And if you're an admin, you already know this, but if you're not an admin, you're an end user like most of us, then this might be new information for you. So there's an area in the Microsoft admin world, and it's called the Microsoft 365 Admin Center for your IT admins. And in here, there's a menu item called Copilot, and underneath there's an area called Settings. And within this, the admins have to select View All. And then this is where they decide to give you access to features like Copilot Cowork or not give you access. Because today it's a frontier feature, which is right over here, it's something that admins decide to either give people no access, give everyone access, or specific users get access. So if you're not seeing Cowork, it's because maybe frontier features are not enabled. The other reason might be because it's using Anthropic. These two settings over here also require your admins to give access to your tenant to Anthropic. So this tenant has access to Anthropic in both this setting and also AI providers for other language models. This also allows Anthropic. So there are those two settings that need to be turned on, as well as the frontier feature. There might be a third reason why you don't see Copilot Cowork, and that might be depending on where you are in the world, because it's not necessarily available everywhere in the world. Now let's go back to Cowork and see how it's progressing. And you can see on the right-hand side, it has a progress. It's already taken the first step where it's gathered the meeting contents. Now it's researching open questions. And then you can see that in this input folder, it's analyzing different areas. I have SharePoint sites that have documents, OneDrive files, so it's analyzing all this so that it can come up with its own answers to the questions based on the internal knowledge sources first before going to external knowledge sources. Now you can see in the skills section that it's using our meeting action plan, which is our custom skills, and this skill section will get populated with other skills as needed. Now, if you were ever curious about the nitty-gritty, the details, if you see these sections here, like the thought process, you can expand it, and it talks about exactly what it is and how it went about it. So for example, here it is highlighting what is this meeting about, who were the attendees, what was the purpose of the meeting, recording snippets, and 7 numbered requirements that Albert Einstein actually outlined in terms of action items in that particular meeting. And then it says, now I'm working through what still needs clarification from the meeting recording and so on. So the play-by-play, if you wanted to, you can always expand these out and gain insight into the logic that Copilot Cowork is using. And notice now on the right-hand side, this Word skill got added because it's developing a Word document to answer some of these open questions. Now, I wanted to bring your attention to the right-hand side here, where this output folder, the content that it's creating in terms of output, there's an action plan, and then there's a safety protocol document that it's creating. So as it goes through creating the content, it's going to show up in this output folder for us. So I'm getting this warning now on the bottom right that is an approval for creating a folder. And you can either reject this, which I wouldn't, or you can approve it. And you can also actually select this to always allow creating a folder. I'm going to go ahead and do that just so that it creates these folders. The folder process is part of these instructions that I laid out in the custom skill, which basically says, put these files in a folder with today's date. The other thing is I wanted to mention is if you look on the right-hand side here, it's now uploading the files and drafting the email. It's already gone through all these other steps in the skill. Now these things, sometimes they take a long time, like maybe 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. So I would advise that you either run this at the end of the day and then select the different meetings that you want to run it against. We can do that later on, or you can kind of automate this process, but they do take a long time because it's not just looking and giving you the actions, but it's going across your SharePoint, your OneDrive, your Teams chats, all these different sources, and also external to create the content for you. So that's why it could take a long time. All right, so it's done. Let's take a look at everything that it did. First of all, it took quite a bit of time, as I mentioned, but it said, look, everything is done, and here's a summary of what was produced. And first of all, the meeting was identified, and these documents are created for my review. There's an action plan document, and there's a safety protocol that Arnold mentioned in the meeting. In terms of action items, there were 5, and 2 of them were not started, 2 of them are in progress, and 1 is completed. And then also there was a draft email that got put into my drafts folder for me to review. Also over here, this was interesting. One of the action items that was completed was a document that was already in my OneDrive, and it notified me of this as well. So the whole idea is to save you time after your meetings. Now, let's make sure that everything that it said that it did, it actually did. First of all, if you go to your OneDrive, in this Cowork folder over here that we looked at before where we created this skill, it created this meetings action plan right over here. And then I had given it instructions that for today's date, April 16th, create a folder, and for each meeting that I tell you about, create a subfolder. So it created this emergency magic carpet meeting over here, and then the documents that it created, it put here. So that action plan, the safety protocol, and the follow-up is all over here. Now, if for some reason these documents are not here, because this is still Frontier, it's not fully baked, just remember that if you go to your Cowork and then you go to your sessions, the actual sessions that it's working on, like this one right here, you can see which ones are new with this blue, what is this, like an eyelash? If you select it and you look at the input information that it used, those are the input stuff. But also if you look at the output, they should show up here. So either way, you'll be able to find it, or you can also find it by going to your Cowork, and then you'll be able to go ahead and grab them and download them. All right. So that's just in case those don't show up where it says. Now, if we go to our Outlook And if we go to our email, in the drafts folder, boom, right here, 1206, this is the draft of the email to Albert Einstein from Arnold. Exactly, right? That's what we want. We want to reply back, and it has the attachments, those two files that it created, and the email itself has information about the action plan, the safety protocol, and also this document that's available as a hyperlink in my OneDrive. And then these are the action items, who's the action item, the priority status, and the due date, and questions that are answered, questions that are still left open, what those questions are, and references to information where those questions are answered. If you want more information, there's a section called Ready to Close, which is about project scaling, which is that Excel document. And in the bottom, it actually says sent by Copilot Cowork. You can leave that, you can delete that. It's nice, you should. Maybe you can delete it if you actually edited it, but if you send it as is, I would recommend that you keep it. Anyways, so the email looks good, but maybe we can look at these files. So we can either click on it here or go back to our OneDrive over here, and let's look at the output that it created. This is the action plan. The emergency meeting was actually held yesterday at this particular time. This is the meeting name, the date, the meeting type. It was an ad hoc Teams meeting, not scheduled. The attendees, the purpose. So it has all that good stuff, what the summary of the meeting was, the decisions made. This is going to look similar between the email and the document. I actually asked it to do that. And then the open questions that were answered and the questions that are remaining, and what we can close today and supporting documents. All right. So the document looks good. And then it also created this safety protocol, because that was an ask of Albert to Arnold. And so it created this safety protocol document based on content that it already had that was from the input folder. So it was referencing SharePoint sites and OneDrive documentation. I hope you found this video useful. And if you did, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing. We're all in this AI journey together, and I'd love to know how your trip is going. So let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.